Woke up the next morning to sirens, my heart sank. I thought Beatrice's heart finally gave out on her. Nope, the beast just decided to up his game by ripping out said heart. It was the same thing though, ate the faces and the eyes. It got into the house through the back window, judging by the bloody prints. Kids whispered about how supposedly the prints looked like humans but clawed. Sightings of the beast grew in number. A freak that had fangs and glowing eyes, his only desire being to hunt and kill. Of course, my mom immediately kicked in a curfew and kept the house secure. At night, I'd hear her wake up and walk around as if to make sure we were safe. I believed in the beast when she saw it too. I woke up to hear her scream and I ran to the source. My mom was white as a ghost, her hand on her heart as she stared out the now empty window. It was there. I don't know what it was, but call the police right now. I grabbed the junior baseball bat I used as a kid and called 911. Cops showed up surprisingly fast and Mom told them what happened while her eyes still darted to the window on occasion. She'd gone down because she couldn't sleep and it was at the window. Its shape was vaguely humanoid, but its eyes did in fact glow. That's when she screamed. It must have not expected her to see it as it took off running. And sure enough, when I went into the backyard the next morning, its feet were indeed clawed. I didn't bother collecting evidence as I'm sure everyone would have thought I faked it, but I knew the beast was real. This was only the beginning of what would soon be my worst nightmare. 2 days later, I got kidnapped by my so-called friend. I was walking home from school when Trent ran up behind me acting all buddy-buddy until he got close. Then I felt a switchblade press against my side. Trent was still smiling, but it was cold. Dark. Start walking, you effing freak. I didn't try to be the hero and get the knife. Trent was bigger than me and I didn't have a prayer. We walked until we got to his car where he pushed me into the back seat and he duct taped my hands and feet together. He drove us out of town to this abandoned old shed. 2 other guys I didn't know were waiting there and I saw more knives. I was close to pissing myself while still being neck deep in denial. Surely this had to be a joke though. Just a prank to scare me. Trent dragged me inside and slammed the door. It was dark and I couldn't see a thing. I got whacked in the stomach and the air whooshed out of my lungs. How many times did you touch me when I slept over, huh? I could hear the sneer in Trent's voice. I groaned as I was shoved to my knees. Never, Trent. You're not exactly my type, I said as I struggled against the tape. I got kicked across the face and I hit the floor. I felt one of my teeth come loose and blood start to pool in my gums. Trent squatted down next to me. I could barely make out his silhouette in the cracks in the shed. Liar, you're a freak. And now you're gonna be another victim of the Gosbeck's Knoll beast, old buddy. I felt the blade press right beneath my blue eye. Hope your mommy doesn't miss your creepy ass eyes. I wanted to shut my eyes. Hoped that he'd drive the knife right into my brain so I didn't have to feel it. Instead, I felt my eyes stay wide open as the blade glinted, and I suddenly made out Trent and his 3 Goonies. Yeah, 3 Goonies. There were only 2 outside the shed. Guess the beast really doesn't care for copycats. I heard the scream before the tallest of the figures slammed the other 2 heads together. When standing straight up, he almost reached the ceiling. Trent whipped around and the blade nicked below my eye. What the heck? Another whack and Trent was on the ground. I heard him choking and realized I smelled blood. The figure moved on to me and he hoisted me up to his level. I felt claws tear my shirt. I was certain I'd be dead. Then I felt the monster pause. Eyes? I passed out. When I woke up, it was now dark outside and we were no longer in the shed. Now we were in a cabin lit by a lantern, and I saw the beast in his entirety. He looked vaguely human,